As the crowd gathered in the dimly lit dojo, tension hung in the air. Two fighters stepped onto the mat, their eyes locked in a silent challenge. On the left stood a karate master, his white gi crisp, the colored belt around his waist a symbol of countless hours of discipline. His movements were precise, each step calculated. On the right, a kung fu practitioner, dressed in loose, flowing clothes, moved with an almost unnatural grace, like water, ready to adapt to any form. This wasn't just a match, it was a clash of two ancient worlds. Karate, the art of power, forged in the islands of Okinawa, Japan, focused on striking with deadly precision. The karate master had spent years mastering the way of the fist, learning how to deliver a single, devastating blow to end any conflict. His training emphasized strong stances, direct attacks, and the idea that one perfect punch could change everything. His every move was an embodiment of control, his fists like coiled springs, ready to explode with force. But the kung fu artist was no stranger to battle. His art came from China, a land where martial arts had evolved for thousands of years, and kung fu was as much a philosophy as a fighting style. He didn't rely on brute strength, but on fluidity, flowing like a river that could find cracks in any defense. His style was as varied as the animals he mimicked, sometimes fierce like the tiger, other times elusive like the crane. To him, the fight was not just about winning, but about mastering oneself, finding balance even in chaos. The crowd watched, mesmerized, as the fighters exchanged blows. The karate master's strikes were like hammers, each one carrying the weight of his training, while the kung fu artist evaded and countered with movements as graceful as a dance. It was as if tradition itself was battling on the mat, the rigid power of karate facing off against the flowing adaptability of kung fu. Each time the karate master pressed forward with his powerful, linear attacks, the kung fu practitioner shifted and weaved, using circular motions to deflect and redirect the force. It was a visual representation of their core philosophies. Karate's focus on ending a fight quickly with a single, decisive blow, and kung fu's belief in harmony, balance, and continuous movement. Their stances, too, told the story of their arts. The karate master rooted himself in strong, stable positions, each footstep grounding him with the earth, while the kung fu artist moved lightly, his feet barely touching the floor as he danced from stance to stance. By the end of the match, it was clear that this wasn't about victory or defeat. The crowd had witnessed something deeper, a meeting of two worlds, two philosophies, and two ways of life, each beautiful and powerful in its own way. In that moment, they realized that the fight between karate and kung fu wasn't about which was better, but about how both arts reflected the endless possibilities of human mastery. Whether you choose the hard, decisive strikes of karate or the flowing, adaptable techniques of kung fu, the path is one of dedication, skill, and balance.